Hello all, welcome you again in the live session. In today's live session, we are going to learn about generating the random numbers and now how we can generate the random numbers with JavaScript. So with this, we are using the concept of two things. One is a, a function that can generate the random number, and second thing is the conditional statements. Because suppose my computer is generating the random number from 1. Okay, now from generating 1 to 10, my computer generates number 2. And I'm as a user, I need to guess the number. What actually the number is that my computer generates. So suppose I as a user generate, like I will write 5. Okay, but it's a wrong number. And my computer has to tell me the number you have typed, like you have written, should be smaller than this, greater than this. So basically, first I will give you a small demo, like what we are going to create, and then we will start to make that. It's very easy. It's easy to understand the JavaScript concept, and you will definitely enjoy this. So here my screen is, and now let me run my program. So basically this is asking me enter the number. Suppose I write 5. It says you have entered number less than actual number. It means whatever the number is, it should be less than 5. It's not more than 5. Okay. I will write 4. You have entered number less than actual number. Okay. 6. Okay. It's less than. It means it should be greater. Okay. Yay! I win the game. So here, what counts? You win the game with 5 number of turns, because the number of turns I use over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It means 5 times I try this game, and the correct number was number 8. So this is what the game is. That's what we are going to make with the help of JavaScript. So I will stop share my screen. Now you all have to open Replit, and I think you know about Replit very well. What is it? How to use Replit? So I will show you. Just wait. The screen, like, let me share my screen. Okay, I think the screen is visible. So here you will come and you will write replit.com, or you will have the suggestion. So I have the suggestion. I can open Replit directly. You need to log into the Replit account. I told you already before. You can check the previous video how to log in. Okay. And you will go to create REPL. Here you will come with the Node.js option. And here you will write number. I wrote number because I have already a program with the random number, so I cannot write the same name again. That's why I'm writing number. You can write random number program with JS. So when you do this, then you have the Replit and you can open this easily. So it will take some time, okay? Otherwise, it will open. I already open it here in this tab. Now, the next thing is that we need to start making this game, and see, it's very easy. It's not that tough. It's so easy. I'll let you know. The very first step is that you need to define one number. that will be generating random numbers, it will generate the random thing. So I will generate my variable let, and my variable name is num, and here math.random. So this math.random is the function that we use to generate the random number. I will write asterisk. Asterisk stands for multiplication by 10 and semicolon. So this line number 1 is actually generating the numbers that varies, that comes from 1 to 10. Okay, so it generates. Now the next is whatever the number you have, whatever the number it generates, we need to convert that number into the integer. So for that, we have one function as well. So I will write num equals to number dot parseInt. Here it is in the suggestion, you can directly write, okay, number dot parseInt, and inside this you will write your variable name. Okay, suppose here you made different variable. As you know, you can change your variable name. Okay, so here if you have different variable, you can write that variable name. Okay, so here the variable name will come. Make sure it should be exactly same. If n capital or something else, then it will not work. Now let's come to the next line. The next line is the number you have generated, right? The number computer is generated randomly from 1 to 10. Now what I want is, I want to make a variable that is a user. So I will write let user. I'm not defining anything. I simply make my variable let user. Now I will make one more variable, that is score. As initially, when I test my program, then you show that you all saw that when I run my program number of times, it also shows me that this much number of times you present the particular thing, you try the particular thing, right? So that's why I am making score as a variable, so that every time I write something, the score will increase. And at the end, in the result, it will show that this much number of times you have tried. Okay, so I will write score here, and the score value I will set to be 0 initially. Okay, I think 1 to 4 steps are clear for all of you. Now the next step is, I want to put a loop here, and the loop type that I'm going to use is the while loop. Because see, while loop is something that is happening until the condition is being done. Once the condition is fulfilled, then the while loop stops automatically. So the same thing we are going to do here. Okay, so here I'm going to write while. Now what I'm going to write is while user is not equals to, this is the sign of not equals to num, means my while loop will run until the number that is written by the user is not equals to the number that is selected by the computer. Okay, so I will make curly brackets over here, because this is the format of making any loop or any block in JavaScript. Okay, the format you should follow. Whatever the condition you will write inside it, you will write inside the round bracket. Otherwise, you may face the error. Even you will definitely face the error. Okay, the next step is, I will write user. Basically, the computer will ask to the user, what is your number? What you are going to type here. Okay, so that's why I will write user prompt. So in JavaScript, when you ask to the user to enter something, to input something, you will write the function prompt. Okay, this will let the user to enter something. So you will write enter the number. See, here you can change this sentence, enter the number. You can write enter the number you want. You can write enter any number, whatever you can write inside this bracket because it's a string. That's why it's coming inside the double quotation symbol. Okay. Now the next part, you will end this line with a semicolon. Every time, as I told you, when you write something, the is getting changed by 1. So that's what I'm going to do. Score is equals to score plus 1. Means the score is changing by 1 every time. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I write the number, computer selected the number. Now, the thing is how my computer knows that the number you have written is the actual number, or my computer selected number 3, I selected number 3, it matches. How? This happens with the help of conditional statements. I think I told you a lots of time about the conditional statements, like what conditional statements are, how conditional statement works. Okay, the same concept I am going to apply here. I will write the conditional statement if user is equals to, double is equals to always to, equals to 5. So it's like to say that, okay, both are equal. If 1 equals to you are putting, it means you are assigning some value. In case of variable, like I wrote num equal to, means I'm assigning some value to it. Okay. Double equals to means I am comparing both values. So if user is equals to num, means if your user is equals to num, then you will write curly bracket again because it's a block. Okay, it's a conditional statement block and you need to do this. You need to follow this. Now you will write console.log, means of course if your match will equals to the computer match, then you will write you win the game, right? Okay, you win the game. I am going to write with template literal. So I will use back. Make sure this is not at all a double quotation symbol or single quotation symbol. It's a backtick. It's like that. This backtick on my system, it's above the tab key. You can find anywhere. So please make sure this is a backtick. This is not double quotation, single quotation. This type of string, like we called it as a template literal. Okay, template literal in which we can also call the variables. If I want to display my variable as well, I can use backtick template literal and I will write that. So here I'm going to write you win the game with number of turns. Okay, so you will the sign of this dollar. Okay, you will write curly brackets, open and close, and here inside you will write your variable, whatever you wants to show. Number of turns. That's it. So it will display like this. Now, after this, you will put the condition else if. Else if, like it happened in previously, if your number is greater than 5, it will tell you that the number you entered is greater than this. The number you entered is less than this. How this happens? Again, this happens with a conditional statement, right? So I will write user will greater than number and user should be less than 10. This is my first condition, means user is whatever I have, like I type. number is the computer choice. If I type 5, my computer choice is 4. Okay, it means the computer choice is less than whatever user has written. And the user number that the user has been written should be less than 10. Because you all know my computer generates the number that will be 10, like from 1 to 10 only. So both conditions are positive, means both conditions are true, then something is going to happen only. Okay, so it will write console.log and you will write you have entered the number greater than actual. Okay, so you have entered the number greater than the actual. Okay, I think this is fine. Now the next thing that we are going to do is I will apply another else if. So I'll just copy this and I will paste it here. Okay. Here in else if, the greater than sign now convert to the less than, though rest condition will remain same. So of course here it will write that you have entered the number less than the actual number. You have entered the number instead of greater, you will write less than the actual number. Okay, so this is done. Now the next part is else part. So in else, you are going to write, means of course, you know, if I'm going to write 6, if I'm going to write 15, of course, it doesn't match my criteria, right? So it will say that, okay, please make a correct guess, right? So I will write console.log and here it will be make a correct guess. Okay, so yeah, let me check this program now. If I run this, enter the number, I write 5, it says that you enter greater than the actual, so I write 4. Okay. Ooh, it was 1. So the random number choice was 1 and it says that you win the game with 5 number of turns. You finally we made this game. Now some important things I'm going to cover here. Okay, some of you have confusions that whatever I have written, you will have to write exactly the same, that only your program will run, because most of the time my students face this problem and they told me, ma'am, you have written exactly the same thing. So that's why I written the same thing. Please note here, enter the number. This you can change, though I am also changing this thing. First thing, here if I do 100, it means my computer will take the random choice out of 1 to 100. Okay. If you make it 1000, out of 1 to 1000, it will generate. See, if I run, enter the number, I'm writing 89. It says make a correct guess. Okay. Sorry. If I do 100 over here, then of course I should write 100 over here and 100 over here. Okay. Now let me stop and let me run it again. Okay, 80. You have entered the number is greater than the actual. 90. Number is actual. 99. Oh, sorry, greater than the actual. I'm sorry. So it should be 75, 50, less than the actual. 55 less than the actual. Less than the actual. It means 53, 52, 51. Eh, less than the actual. Okay. 20. Oh my God. 6, 3, 2, 1. Huh? What is happening over here? Oh, sorry. It says less than the actual. Okay. Okay. So it should be 60. See, as I told you, I always be confused. 70, I have written already or not? Okay, I will write 70 less than the actual. 75 I written already, so I will write 72. I will write, by the way, it's a good game. Less than, it means 73. Yay! See, in 21 number of turns, I find out the actual number, that is 73, and it's just because of my mistake, because I got confused between less than, greater than. So yeah, it's all right, no problem, sometimes it happens. So yeah, basically in 21, how many turns I took? 21 number of turns, and finally I got the number. So see, this time your computer selected the random number. Basically, what you can do here is that you can even write for the users what number they can write in between, right? Because see, you have made the program and now you will give this output to somebody else, then of course they don't know how do they enter the number. So here you can write enter the number between uh, enter the number from 1 to 100. Okay, so this will be the good thing. So here, see, this is the output. If you write like this now, enter the number from 1 to 100, it will be like this only. Okay, so I think this is done, and it's a good game. You can definitely try this out at home. Okay, and you can try with big numbers. Actually, it will be lots of fun. You can play with your siblings and with other students. If you are learning something new, or if you are a beginner, then definitely you can try this thing, because initially you need to make your concepts, right? So it's a good game of making stronger concepts, everyone. And please send us whatever the projects you want. We will make that. As I always say this thing in every live session, whatever the things you want, we have that all. You can definitely connect with us. If you want a particular course, you can connect with us. Our contact information is given just in the info section of the video. And everyone, let's meet again then in the next live session. Till then, bye-bye. See you again.